Hey guys, welcome back to Martin Review. And as you can see on the title and the thumbnail, this is not a regular video review. This is a top 10. It's the definitive top 10 Black Series figures. Of course, I'm joking. This is not the definitive. Is more like my favorite Black Series for my collection. So yeah, thank you very much. Remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment. What is your top 10 Black Series if you collect that line? And yeah, let's start with the video. On the 10th place, I have the Moff Tarkin, played by the late Peter Cushing, and this figure I have it on the list mostly because of the face sculpt and the paint application applied to this figure is fantastic. I really like. I see the resemblance with the actor, and yeah, it's a figure that it doesn't have a lot of things going on, especially the articulation is not great, is very limited, especially on the elbows. I would have loved to have a longer track on the elbows to at least he can be able to touch his chin like on the photo of the promotional of the box art. But that figure, well, is great for the face sculpt in my on my eyes. And yeah, it includes a droid, a torture droid, and that droid, it would have been nicer to be included with Darth Vader. But yeah, this figure is good, and I really like it only because of the face sculpt. The body is just very limited on articulation. And yeah, that's the 10th place. Let's go with the ninth, and in the ninth place we have the Snow Trooper. This figure, I really like it, especially on the packaging. And this is from the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, and is a version, of course, of the Stormtrooper, but for the snow. Um, and the figure looks very nice, especially the paint application of the boots and the weathering applied to it is fantastic. It gives you that feel that this unit is on the battlefield. And yeah, the articulation is okay, is there for the figure, and for the accessories. Well, I don't remember exactly, but I only think that it includes his blaster. But yeah, it's a great figure to have, and I wish I could have a couple of extra snow trooper just to add to that army building thing. But currently my space is all little limited in that regard. But yeah, this figure is fantastic and pose good, pose well, and yeah, very nice figure indeed. And moving forward, we have here the Sand Trooper. This figure is the best regarding of the paint application, especially because the weathering of the armor is looks just fantastic. Is very good applied, and Hasbro doesn't do that um, a lot with the rest of the figure. There is some cases that is not as usual as that time when this figure released. And this the sculpt on the helmet is fantastic. It looks very good and very accurate to the stormtrooper helmet. And yeah, it's a nice figure. It has a lot of accessories, comparing to, of course, the newer releases that it only includes maybe a blaster or a lightsaber, and that's it. You don't get anything more. But in this case, it's a fantastic figure to have on the collection. I have another the version with the with the black and shoulder, and they look great together. And yeah, very nice figure indeed. And the seventh place belongs to the deadly Boba Fett. And this character is one of the more beloved characters on all Star Wars. I don't love him as much as some people, but I can see why. Is about his mystery, how he looks, intimidating, and even though you can see some scenes next to Darth Vader, and Darth Vader portrayed by David Prowse, well imposed against Boba Fett, but the character itself, the design of the character is very cool. I can see why some people love him as much as they do. The character, the figure in this regard is very good, and it's kind of out of dated figure, given the fact that there is a new version of the character for, but is for the Return of the Jedi, so it's different. Um, the figure looks great, as I said. The only thing that I have against the figure is that the backs on the front of his pants, well, it hinders a lot of the movement in that place. But yeah, it's a good figure. It looks great next to my rest of the bounty hunters that I have on my shelf. And if you don't have it, you can add him to your collection, and it still will look fantastic on the Star Wars collection. And next in line, we have here Chewbacca and Tripio from Empire Strikes Back. This couple of figures is from a special deluxe release that it represents when they are on Cloud City, and Chewbacca tried to fix and Tripio after the droid was blasted by the stormtroopers, and unsuccessfully, of course. And well, it's a very comedic scene, and I really like how they look together. And the Chewbacca body is the same as the other Chewbacca. It doesn't have a lot of things new, and Tripio it have an extra kind of cables to put on the place where his limbs must be, but they looked great, and I really like the that moment of the movie. And but yeah, it's very frustrating to put them together, especially because of the net is just it is a mess to try to put him on the to hang Tripio on the back of Chewbacca. But if you accomplish that, well, they look together fantastically, and especially next to another Empire Strikes figure, well, it completes the looks of the shelf. Next, we have here Han Solo from the Battle of Endor. I was thinking about a lot what Han Solo put on the list. It's necessary to have a Han Solo on your favorite Star Wars character, and yeah, I was thinking about a lot what version of the character put on this list, and I decided to go with it because with this version because of the soft goods. It looks fantastic. I really like it, how the soft goods and how he wears it, and a lot of people doesn't like that because of the such a small scale, but I think that Hasbro did a fantastic job with the figure. And the only thing I don't love about this version of this figure is the skin color. The skin tone is pinkish comparing to the other. Han Solo figures. But yeah, the face sculpt is there. It looks like Harrison Ford. Maybe some people can consider it The Empire Strikes Back as a better Han Solo, but I really like the soft goods on the figure. But yeah, really love this figure. And we have another two pack of figures, and these are, well, Luke Skywalker and Yoda from Dagobah. And the moment I knew this pack existed, I knew that I have to have it of my collection because, well, the original Yoda is overscale. Is It just doesn't match the supposedly height of the master, the Jedi master, and this set will fix it that, and I appreciate that effort. Uh, but yeah, the figures look fantastic. I had an issue on one of the knees. I believe it was from the right, and it wasn't able to to move. And yeah, I applied heat. I put him on hot water, and it doesn't move. I have to cut it to cut the knee a little bit, and it was a plastic of kind of thing that it was stick on the knee. But yeah, it's completely articulated now. Um, Besides that, is a great figure. Is a maybe the better one of the better Luke Skywalker bodies and on the Black Series. But yeah, the face, it doesn't look a lot like Mark Hamill, but I really like how he looks all tired with hair all messy. He's training on with Yoda, and the accessories that it have is fantastic. I would have loved to they include some kind of jacket to represent the moment he decides to go to the dark side place on Dagobah to confront his fears. Um, but yeah, otherwise this figure is fantastic. It looks great, and I really love how uh, look looks next to to Yoda. It's a great addition to have in the collection, and yeah, really love this two pack. And we finally made it to the podium, and I was really thinking what version of Leia put on the list, especially because we have a couple of great representations of the character. The Return of the Jedi, which I do really love, and The Empire Strikes Back. And even till this moment, I'm still wanting to put the Return version. But even though, but yeah, we have here The Empire Strikes Back. And even though both figures looks just like Carrie Fisher, I think that the ESB version looks more like her by a tiny age. But as I said, I love soft goods on my figures, and well, he's a torment for me. But the beautiful face of Princess Leia in this version wins for me. Deciding who is my favorite Star Wars character is always tough. Darth Vader is considered one of the best villains of cinema. The looks of the character is fantastic, very impulsive. All the essences of the character is right there. And George Lucas did a fantastic job envisioning Vader, and of course, Ralph McQuarrie took that vision and made a memorable character design. And these figures capture that very good. It is the best articulated Vader of this line. This is from the 40th ESB wave. We have a reissue with the new Return of the Jedi Darth. But if it wasn't for the helmet that doesn't stay on that figure, well, the story of this video will have been different. Even though I hope that Hasbro keep working on enhancing this character, especially on the legs, perhaps I will not add another Vader from Hasbro. I am super satisfied with my Vaders. And we finally made it to the first place. And this figure is not only my favorite Star Wars character most of the time, as I said before, but I believe is the best figure overall on my collection. It's a new body from this version of the character. Is an enhancement from the previous version, and the previous release of the character is in another level. The face, the face is just different. It's better, and the paint application with a digital face print is fantastic. Is It looks more like Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is very tough. He has a very tough, very difficult face to reproduce plastic. Um, but yeah, is this figure in particular is very near to the appearance of Mark Hamill. I really like how he poses. The articulation is fantastic, very nice. I would have loved that they include some of extra accessory, of course, like the cloak. That one version of the character with a new is the same body from the 2013 Luke Skywalker, but it has a new face, and yet that figure I really like it, but doesn't look just like this figure. I believe this is the best Luke Skywalker yet, and for me is the best Black Series. Definite is my definitive Black Series. Yeah, is a fact. Of course, this is just my opinion. But yeah, I really love this character. I love this figure a lot. I have two figures, two copies of the figure. So yeah, that say a lot about how much I love this figure. And we finally made it to the end of the video, of course, and this top 10. I hope that you enjoy the video, and it was a very tough video to do because we'll decided who is the best and what place put every figure on the list is always tough because you find as you play with the figures you find something that well this this figure do something that this another figure doesn't, and yeah, it's a little complicated, but yeah, um of course the first place it was a no-brainer for me, and but yeah, uh, I really hope that you enjoy the video. Please remember to subscribe, leave your like, leave a comment with your top 10 and Black Series of top 10 line from Hasbro on another figure lines. And yeah, I have a new figure coming soon. I hope it arrives this week. And yeah, we see you on the next collection.